6 Reasons to Study Prophecy. As a firm believer in biblical prophecy as an important aspect of doctrine, I am often asked what difference prophecy makes for a Christian's day-to-day life and ministry. Many do not grasp or believe the significance and practical importance of biblical prophecy, especially those prophecies that are yet to be fulfilled. Likewise, many feel that the simple truth that Jesus is coming again is all that we need. They conclude that details concerning what happens before, during, and after his coming are unnecessary and may even be more problematic than helpful. It's not surprising that so many neglect the study of prophecy. So why should we bother studying it? Here are 6 good reasons to spend our time examining prophecy in Scripture. 1. Prophecy is part of the whole counsel of God. The most obvious reason to study biblical prophecy is because these are biblical passages and ought to be included as part of the whole counsel of God, Acts 20:27, which believers should always consider for their spiritual health and growth. Christians need 100% of God's counsel, not 70%. Prophetic passages make up nearly 30% of the Bible, and it would be foolish to neglect such a large portion of Scripture. Christians need 100% of God's counsel, not 70%. 2. Prophecy supports the authority of Scripture. About 50% of prophetic passages have already been fulfilled with remarkable accuracy and detail. This is especially true with regard to Jesus Christ's first coming, which fulfilled a large number of Old Testament passages predicting the nature, Isaiah 7:14, time, Daniel 9-26, place, Micah 5:2, and subsequent events of that coming. Christians need support for the authority of Scripture in presenting its truths to a lost world. 3. Prophecy demonstrates God's sovereignty, both in the Old Testament with respect to the procession of empires, Daniel 7, and the New Testament with the final victory of Messiah Jesus over all world powers, Revelation 19-20. Prophecy asserts God's sovereignty over human affairs. In a changing world with many rulers and nations vying for supremacy, Christians need confidence in God's control over these powers. 4. Prophecy points to God's goodness toward humanity. Many doubt God's existence or goodness because their present experience of our fallen world and sinful humanity contradicts such truths. Thankfully, prophecy reveals the end from the beginning, and declares that this world is not as God intended, nor will it remain in its fallen state. The world and humanity were created good, Genesis chapters 1 and 2, and will one day be restored to that condition again permanently, Revelation chapters 21-22. Christians need certainty of God's goodness for themselves, which they can then affirm to others in a broken, painful world. 5. Prophecy provides hope in a hopeless world. As suffering increases, hope diminishes, unless that hope comes from an unchanging source. Current world events have significantly impacted hope. Disease, famine, wars, political disquiet, and economic difficulties are eating away the hope many people possess. Increased mental health problems, especially among younger people, are a consequence. Hope is forward-looking, and prophecy reveals the grounds for genuine hope. The future is bright for believers, 1 Thessalonians 4 verses 3-18, and brings hope with it. Christians need assurance of genuine hope for themselves, which they can offer to others who don't have it. 6. Prophecy promotes godly living in an ungodly world. Humanity tends to view life as limited to earth alone, and consequently adapts to its values and behaviors. In light of future judgment for believers and unbelievers, godly living is essential, and prophetic passages promote such a lifestyle. Christians need motivation for godly living, which prophecy provides. Prophecy is an amazing blessing, and Christians are impoverished if they neglect or ignore it. The book of Revelation, which is mainly prophetic, promises a blessing to its readers who apply its message, Revelation 1:3. Why would any Christian want to miss out on God's blessing? Let's not miss out. Rather, let's study prophecy as we study the whole counsel of God.